another session of Just the Point of View. This is a spinoff of Message from the Streets, and it is actually a message from the streets. I want to say top of the day to everyone. I'm going to go right on into the topic, and I'm going to let you know that some people will not be very happy about what I'm about to say. So this topic, or what I'm expressing, has to deal with the protests that I see in various places on the internet that's happening around the world. You know, in a lot of European countries, and, Italy, France, Germany, Switzerland. People are exercising their rights to assemble and to express their discontentment with certain types of policies that is being forced upon the people. But you know what? As I look through these crowds and I see these people, somebody haven't shown up to the protests, and that somebody is so-called black people. And it disturbs me because this is where so-called blacks has set the pace and the trend and have utilized the power of the protests and the boycott. But now there's a situation going on, and so-called blacks, I think that they think that it doesn't necessarily involve or affect them. And I know personally, many so-called black people are dissatisfied with these policies that are being mandated and pushed upon the people. And now the situation is bringing the children into it. And so-called blacks are still on the sideline, docile, paralyzed, in a state of mind where as though we're exemplifying weakness. And we're weak in a sense because we have become so complacent to receiving crumbs from the slave master's table. May it be shelter, employment, food, whatever it may be, we have become comfortable with it. And I seen some Europeans that really are Caucasian, so-called white Americans, that really inspired me to make this video, because this one gentleman was saying, you know what? If y'all fire us from our jobs, we're going to make jobs. If y'all stop letting our children go to school, we're going to school them. And that's the type of attitude that our people don't have. We like, well, we need the government to do this and this and this and this and that, so we better fall in line and be sheeple. Again, so-called black people, you're weak. You're slave-minded. And you should be ashamed of yourself for not standing up for what you believe in and for submitting to policies that you don't agree with. Now, at the end of the day, I respect everybody for the decisions that they make for their well-being and their family and children well-being. All I say is do your homework. Do some research. Don't just get out there and become, a mandingo in a sense. If anybody's seen that movie from back in the 70s with Ken Norton, and they sicked him on the dude that is symbolizing Nat Turner. And what happened was that the slave, he had ran away. So the slave master, they was on their horses and Mandingo was on feet. And they said, and the guy, he ran into the bush, and they said, get him. Mandingo ran after the man like he was a dog, fetching trying to catch a rabbit. So Mandingo caught the dude. The dude was an intelligent dude. He said, what you doing? What you doing? You kill me. You kill me. And what he was saying that he caught the man for the slave master, and then they gonna kill him. And he said, man, he started running down the history of the slave master's behavior, how they had their own people enslavement. So man, he talking this talk, this real talk that's ringing bells and chimes inside of Mandingo's mind. And Mandingo was getting ready to let him go because he knew the brother spoke the truth. And before he got to let him go, the slave masters came. And you know what happened next? They hung him. I relate this story to say is that some of us are being mandingos. We out here making controversial interaction with our brothers and sisters, regardless of their nationality or pigmentation, because they have a different opinion than ours. You know, some people say yay and some people say nay. That's the constitutional right. We had the right to assemble. You know, First Amendment. We had the right to freedom of speech, which is being marginalized on social media in the guise of so-called protecting people. In a sense, I do comprehend why they don't want people putting out false information, you know, inaccurate stats and statistics. That's one thing. But if you even say something about the jab and another type of terminology, you may be in jail or even in prison. You know, your account may be shut down. And this is the type of tyranny that we are accepting as a people in generally. Yet, on the stage of the so-called blacks, we got to get in the game. You know, we got to get off the bench. And we got to stand up. You know, we stood up and had other people stand up with George Floyd and the police injustice, police brutality. And now there's another cause on the table that we said, well, I don't got no dog in that fight. You keep on laying down, being passive, and thinking that, you know, at the end of the day, that the slave master's not going to deal with you like he dealt with the ones that had stood up and stood for something. And you know what the saying says, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just hoping that we can come together and reason and don't become separated within our camps, because at the end of the day, you best to believe those people up on Capitol Hill that's making 6 digits and getting all these endorsements and all this other money, they not your friends. They politicians, they magicians, modern day sorcerers, warlocks, and witches. Democrats or Republicans, the serpent men, the reptilians. Yeah, and when I'm talking about reptilian, I ain't talking about no physical thing. I'm talking about the mental. I'm talking about how they operate, how they get down when they get down. You know, putting these policies out here, spinning us every day, lying to us every election year. Not one president has kept his promise to the people. And you need to learn the Constitution. The people have a constitutional right to act in a certain type of way when the government is not doing correct by the people. You know what they're doing? They forcing us into situations and using fear. And now that people are fearful, they're paralyzed, they can't move, they can't think, and they say, you know what, the best thing to do is to submit. No, we only submit to the Most High God. We submit to the universal forces of correctness and truth, not the falsehood and the deceptions and the monopoly of the planet for just a few. But if you keep on going along with what you keep on going along with it, you're going to get what you always got. Nothing. And my man, Ali Bobby, we was downloading, we was just walking around, he said, Mark, why do people love the devil? Now I ain't know. And he told me, because the devil gives you nothing. And what he meant with that I figured it out years later after I was on the street. Ali Bobby was telling me that whatever you get from the devil, you love it, but in all actuality, it has no value and it's nothing. I don't care if you get cars, houses, land, whatever. It's nothing. It's an illusion, and you love the devil for it. Ladies and gentlemen, wake up, get up, and stay up. Mental elevation is a way of life. Self-improvement is a way of life. Peace, love, and goodwill to all humanity. Praise him that raised him.